Hello, welcome to this update for Europe. Let's see what's happening. Today is July 8th. We have three areas of level 2, spots of Russia into Belarus, also like southeastern Europe into Croatia, spots of Hungary into Ukraine, northern Romania, and Serbia. And also this one, the Adriatic Sea. We have this very big level 1 for severe storms from Italy all the way to Russia, and another level 1 in France and more areas of possible lightning in the yellow. So let's see here. A level 2 is for parts of eastern Croatia, northern Serbia, and to southeastern Poland, western Ukraine, mainly for severe damaging wind gusts and large to very large hail and heavy rain. And level 2 is for parts of northeast Belarus to northwestern Russia for severe gusts and large hail and some heavy rain. Level 2 is for the Adriatic Sea, mainly for severe gusts. And level 1 surround all the level 2 for similar hazards but lower probabilities. In addition, we see a regularly augmented tornado threat. So see text here. This link here is in the description in case if you want to read everything. So a level 1 was issued for parts of eastern France, mainly for an isolated tornado risk strong to severe wind gusts. So be careful those areas here, like they talk about the tornado risk. So tornado risk seems to be hampered by rather rich LCLs, but nevertheless, an isolated event cannot be ruled out, especially for northern Serbia and to eastern Hungary, where the BL moisture peaks, like a lot of moisture for the storms. And during the night, a large convective cluster moves into Belarus, causing more flooding issues, and due to healthy rainfall amount, some small hail cannot be ruled out with strong cores. So be careful. And they even talked about a level 3 upgrade across southeastern Hungary into northwestern Romania. It was considered, but then the lingering uncertainties of the exact path of long-lived severe poetry event behind this intense MCS remain too large to pinpoint any area most extreme gust potential. But please be careful in those areas, the severe gas and everything. So, like into Belarus and Russia, this another corridor, Faribault Cape and Shear exists ahead the eastbound surging cold front with turns of quasi-stationary bad times highlighted area before moving back to north-northwest warm front. So 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram of Cape with 20 miles per second DLCS and 15 miles per second 0 for 3 kilometers shear, the low level shear, which increases to values in excess of 20 meters per second along with the frontal zone into northwestern Russia. So be careful, those areas some swift, so severe damaging wind gusts are forecast as well. So be careful, the Adriatic Sea and Eastern France here as well. So stay safe in those areas. Please be careful in those storms. And there's some larger hail forecast across Russia, possibly, and also spots of southeastern Europe near like the Adriatic Sea, spots of into Croatia, Bosnia, spots of Serbia, Hungary. So be careful. Some hail, and also in Spain, some chances for hail. So be careful in those areas. Wednesday still shows across Romania to Moldova, spots of Russia, and possibly some hail probabilities in Spain still. So be careful in those areas for today and Wednesday. This afternoon does increase. It's showing like the 3 hour probability does increase across Russia. So stay safe in those areas. Even spots in northern Italy in the afternoon. So this goes shows Wednesday morning showing some high probabilities across Romania for hail. Then this goes on Thursday does show more across spots of Belarus, Ukraine, and even a storm or two in Spain. So be aware those areas, some large hail and everything. And here, the most concerning thing this week is for flooding, especially Central Europe into Poland, Slovakia, and those areas still showing more than 100 millimeters next 5 days across Poland, spots of Czechia into Slovakia, especially Poland into Czechia. So stay safe in those areas, spots of Western Ukraine into Russia, even like Sweden, some heavy rain at times. So be careful in those areas, stay safe across Belarus and those areas. So if I put it until Friday, array shows just the next 3 days until Friday, more than 100 millimeters. So be careful with flooding in those areas. Stay safe. Does show some storms as well. Serbia into Kosovo, finger two in Albania, spots of Montenegro. So beware. But further into Greece, nothing's kind of dry. Into the east coast of Italy, possible. Some spots in eastern France, the UK, a front or two in the north, but nothing too crazy. And Spain does show a storm or two until Friday. Spots the Pyrenees, but nothing crazy, just a storm or two. The more interesting thing might come Saturday, the 12th, because shows like close to 20 to 15 millimeters in Barcelona throughout Saturday, July 12th. This will be a very interesting pattern because here's the GFS for the geopotential height, the pressure. So it does show like uh, these lower pressures in Central Europe today and to Eastern Europe, causing those severe storms. So this goes there, but does show this cutoff low near Spain and Portugal by Friday and Saturday, and this will carry some cold air aloft that will trigger more instability for those storms as well. So be aware, especially Saturday there in Spain shows the European model. It has the same thing about 6Z Saturday that cut off low, some cold air aloft there into Spain. So be careful. Here the model itself shows like shows a shower or two still lingering there, like Wednesday afternoon. There's a storm or two further in some other spots in Aragon or northern Valencia. Wednesday, Thursday shows a shower or two in the Pyrenees, a storm or two. Friday does show potentially something near the coast, but mainly further inland, storm or two Friday. But Saturday already shows these big storms around northeastern Spain, especially in Catalonia. Shows some big storms Saturday afternoon in other spots in northeastern Spain. Then Sunday, this goes away. But especially Saturday, be careful. There's the icon. It shows a similar thing. The icon already shows storms in the morning there. The European shows them in the afternoon. So this is about 10 a.m. on Saturday. The icon already has a lot of rain. Those areas Saturday, this goes, shows more storms scattered for northeastern Spain. There's the GFS as well. It has, especially in the afternoon, in many areas of northeastern Spain, some strong storms on Saturday. So be careful Saturday. So we are still watching the instability levels because it was very hot before, but now the temperatures have normalized. So we'll see how much daytime heating we will get on Saturday and the Cape levels. But just with that cold air loft, it will help the instability. So be aware Saturday across northeastern Spain, maybe into the southernmost part of France on the Pyrenees. So be aware, and it's still snowing there in the Alps, in those very high elevations, very crazy. Snow in July is very, very crazy, but it's because of those below average temperatures that came. So be aware, and those storms in Eastern Europe. Let's see if we find a more high resolution model here. So there's this model. The Aladdin shows storms in Slovakia, Hungary, potential that's strong MCS they talked about, the mesoscale convective system, like a big group of storms damaging wind. So shows this evening into Ukraine, southern Poland, Slovakia. So stay safe those storms. And this model is really cranking up the intensity by tonight into Wednesday. Those storms. So really warn others across those areas. There might be some serious issues with those storms. So stay safe. Be careful with flooding too. The rain accumulation from this high resolution model just until Thursday has 168 millimeters in Poland. This could cause some serious flooding. Sometimes these models exaggerate, but not often. So this is a real possibility just until Thursday, more than 160 millimeters. So please stay safe in those areas. Be careful. The icon is showing more into Ukraine, more spots to more than 160 millimeters, but show some in Poland too. So stay safe. Those storms. P- Please be careful in those areas. And here there's the arrow model. Today shows us finger two in Spain, especially near Castellón during the night. And does show that snow in the Alps there. And those storms northeastern Italy this evening. It does show storms there today as well. So stay safe in those areas. Please be careful. There's the Cape here for this afternoon. The icon does show as Cape Northern Serbia, more spots there. The European shows more across Eastern Hungary ahead of the storms. There's the high resolution model, so shows like now in the afternoon it's more. In Hungary shows more spots of Croatia, 2000 joules per kilogram. Shows a lot in Belarus into Russia, so be careful. But as the storms come, it does decrease a little bit, but there'll be plenty of Cape ahead of the storms, so stay safe. And Thursday showing a lot of Cape in Spain there, close to 3000 joules per kilogram. But Thursday, like, there'll be little to no storm. So if this continues into Saturday, we have to watch very closely. But the European model here shows Friday, there's Saturday. It does show a lot of Cape ahead of the storm Saturday. So like 1000, 2000 joules per kilogram. So we'll keep watching this closely and stay safe in those areas, especially the damaging winds, those storms there today. And yeah, so stay safe, especially this high resolution model does show the wind gusts from the storms themselves. And it does show here like some storms to 104 km per gust in Romania, into Ukraine, in Croatia as well. So stay safe. And this model is pinpointing some storms as high as 125 Gamir Pargas in some areas. So those are some serious storms. Please stay safe. And this model is even forming like a land hurricane, a miniature low pressure there. But yeah, be careful, those winds. And the European shows Wednesday in the Alps, slightly gustier. Then Thursday, some spots in Poland still slightly more wind. Friday shows here. And does show like Saturday, nothing crazy in terms of wind, but there'll be the storms there. And then, yeah, Northern Africa shows wind, Algeria, Morocco's next weekend, so be aware. And yeah, so stay safe in those areas of those storms. And does show here like for the snow in the Alps still shows some accumulation there. So like today's Tuesday until Sunday does show like in Austria, and to Italy, and Switzerland, some 7 centimeters, 10 centimeters, a finger two in those areas. So be aware as well. And the icon has some too. So stay safe. And those temperatures are better now. They are milder for Central Europe, especially like even the Alps slightly colder, but also in Spain, southern Spain and Portugal is still hot, and for southeastern Europe still hot. So be aware in those areas, still some 38 degrees southwestern Russia. This goes and does show even the highest peaks of the Alps close to 0 degrees or less during the night. So this goes still shows like Wednesday afternoon, southern Spain to 36, northern Spain this is slightly less, like shows northeastern Spain to 26, like even during the day, but like some 30s further into southern Spain. So yeah, stay safe in those areas, but does increase Friday to 28 there across northeastern Spain. It shows, but this heat is still very dangerous across Russia. Be careful. The UK might get warmer. Some models are trending towards 30 degrees again. Spots of the UK later this week. So be aware. And Sunday still shows hot across southernmost Spain, spots of France, but some 30s, nothing crazy. Slightly below average spots of Central Europe. And does show milder Norway, Sweden, those areas, some 20s. During the night, slightly less, but does warm up a bit during the day. So stay safe in those areas. And shows here those temperatures like now. There's the European, those below average temperature Central Europe, above average into Eastern Europe. This moves further east into Eastern Europe and does show like on the Thames, slightly below average, like in the UK, spot Northwestern Europe. Then does go and is showing like above average again, July 20th into Western Europe, but no major heat wave, but better watch the time frame of July 20th. So be aware in those areas and stay safe. This is the supercell composite that's showing slightly higher across Russia this afternoon. So let's put about 4 p.m. later. So here, so this about 5 p.m. shows into Russia some storms, not showing much further into southeastern Europe because that's more like a more of an MCS event, not so much of supercells, but be careful in those areas, especially if like there are embedded tornadoes or something. But the tornado threat is very low, but they did mention possibility there, so you never know. So stay safe. There's like here the storm relative Halisti as well. That's important. It does show 5 p.m. like in eastern Hungary, spots through Ukraine, right where those storms might be at. So some higher values. So stay safe. Some large hail too. So be careful in those areas. Be careful with flooding across spots of Eastern Europe there, and the storms coming. So yeah, stay safe.